Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my March 2014 current household video, and this is my current household, and as you can see it is a huge family. Now I am attempting an off-camera legacy challenge with these guys, so I do fully plan on doing 10 full generations with them, and it's going to be an off-camera one, so you will get periodic updates. Now excuse for the lack of landscaping, and I've got some flowers and whatnot here, but being a legacy challenge you do start with nothing and have to work your way up. So you know, little by little I'm adding to the house, so the house is not 100% perfect, but it's what I can do for now. So as you can see, this family has got 8 kids. Yes, 8 kids, absolutely crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you in to xSim and introduce you to our founder and tell you a little bit more about her. And here she is. This is my founder sim, Miss Rosie Tillman. Now you may have seen the Create a Sim video of her. I should have her up. I did use different hair with her, but this is her hair currently, which I think is one of the nicest custom content hairs that I've ever seen in my life, and I kind of made it a bit sort of ombre style. The dress is a dress I was gifted from the Sims 3 store by a really kind subscriber, so thank you so much for that. The bracelet is from the Prism Art Studio, and the boots are from the Bohemian set that's just released in the store, and that was my whole goal for her. Like, it was quite funny because I made her about, I'd say, how long have I been playing with these guys? About 3 weeks ago, not knowing what the set was coming out in the store, and it was the Bohemian Garden set, which was quite ironic to me. So her traits is she is artistic, she's family orientated, she's friendly, she's a genius, and she's got a good sense of humour. So I didn't give myself any challenging traits because I thought if she's going to be my founder, I don't want really awkward traits having to put up with that. You know, I want to relax, I don't want too much of a challenge, and she wants to be surrounded by family, which she has most definitely done. Her favourites are waffles, pop music, and the colour pink, which you will see throughout the house. And her voice, I don't know if you can hear it. You may or not have been able to hear that, but that is her, and I love her. I think she's perfect, and she's got a good story behind her as well. Alrighty, and here is the patriarch of the family. It's the daddy. Now you may recognise him from my Sims Shenanigan LP. It is Carter Galloway, or his name's not actually Galloway now, it's Tillman, because he took Rosie's surname. But I really loved these guys. It was the 2 twins, and I loved them, and I just wanted to put them down and play them. So this is Mr. Carter, and he is the daddy, or well, for most of them he's the daddy, but we'll go on to that in a second. And he's an animal lover, he's athletic, he is a hydrophobic, which is ironic since he lives next to the beach. He's very nurturing, and he's rebellious, and he wants to become a superstar athlete. His colour is aqua, indie music, and French toast, and his star sign is a Taurus. And his lifetime wish, like I say, is become a superstar athlete, which he's so close to doing. He's doing so good as our boy, and he's just so handsome, and he's chiselled, and he's rugged, and I just love him to bits. And him and Rosie were married. They are now ex-husband and wife, but I'll go into that story in a second. Alrighty, so our Miss Rosie here then. So what happened with her? So she essentially wanted to, you know, have lots of kids. She grew up in a household where she was adopted because her mother and father couldn't have any kids. So they did adopt her, and she felt that as much as she loved them so much, she was lonely as an only child, and knew that when she had kids, she wanted a big family, and a big family she has had. I think I said 8 kids at the beginning, but it's actually 9. So she met and she fell in love with Carter, and they were head over heels in love with each other, totally made for one another. She met him not long after she moved to the town, and the town we are using is, and I forget what it is it Storybrooke? Yes, Storybrooke County, and her house is here, which is right by the beach, and this is one of the legacy plots at Storybrooke County. So she met Carter and she fell in love with him, and everything was hunky dory, and he got a job in the career of the football player. And as part of the football playing needs, you have to be friends with your teammates, and he became friends with his teammates, but he ended up becoming a bit too friendly with one particular teammate. And it's not that he doesn't love Rosie, he does, he so does. It's just one drunken night totally changed their lives pretty much. And this, now an old lady, Keely Morell, they were out. She doesn't work in the football career anymore because they were out for a night out. They were drunk. They ended up sleeping together on the night out. They get caught by the company head and she was asked to leave the company. And of course, because of the scandal, Rosie found out. So it was pretty horrendous because it was a one-time mistake. And at that point, they had Millie. And I'll talk to you more about the kids in a second, but they had Millie, they had Chris, and they had Jonathan at the time, I think. Yeah, because it was, yeah, so they actually had 5 kids at the time. They had Millie, Chris, Jonathan, Alan, and Michael. And because Rosie was so freaking devastated by his antics, the first thing that she did was she wanted to get him back. And she did get him back. And she got him back in a pretty bad way. She went after the one person that he loved more than her, and that was his brother Kent. And she basically met Kent and she seduced him. Well, she knew him anyway, but she seduced him, and they ended up, you know, woohooing in the kids' treehouse, which they had at that point. And the result was Faith and Caitlin. The result was 2 twin baby girls. So yes, you know, she meant to get him back just by hurting him, but she actually got pregnant. So they tried to work it out, you know, the usual 5 days. And honest to God, guys, I tried so hard to try and get them to work it out. It was actually ridiculous how much I tried, but she was just not having any of it, like none of it whatsoever. So eventually they broke up. But like any couple that have loved each other, they decided to stay together, as in the same house, but that just leads to disaster because they ended up sleeping together. And this was the result, Megan and Lucy. Now some of you may recognise the names because some of these names are names of my subscribers, because some of you guys are consistent subscribers. You've comment, you know, you interact, you've been there since the beginning, and I just thought it'd be fun to use the legacy to name some of the Sims after you guys. So Faith, you know who you are. Caitlin Cribbins, you know who you are. Faith Dawson, Megan was here, and Lucy Girl. So that's you 4 girls. Use it in my LP, and any other subscribers as we go along. It is 10 generations. I'm definitely going to add you in. So trying to think, see, because there's so much going on, that's the kind of story between Rosie and Carter. So a little bit about, well, I'll show you the house tour and then show you the kids. Yeah, it's because there's just so much. This is the house, and in a legacy challenge you start off with nothing, so you basically just have to build your way up. So it's not perfect, it's not the greatest house in the world, but it's our house, and that's the main thing. There's still a lot to be done to it, but I'll take you through the house anyway. So we'll just drop down to the bottom floor and just drop the walls down. And as you walk in to the foyer, you're greeted with some nice plants, and then you've got your, you know, thing for your shoes, because most people have that. Into the left through an archway is your living room, which is styled very much in the pink sort of palette, and that's due to Rosie's love of the colour pink. And I've got some pictures up here. Je t'aime, love, you're my favourite artwork, that sort of jazz. And in here is quite simple, really. I've just got a sofa. I'm really sorry about my camera work, guys, you know it's awful. I've just got a sofa just like that there, which I love. This sofa, it's a custom content one and I love it. Just a nice rug, and over here I've got like a desk that they can work at. And again, it's kind of pinks and things, all to do with Rosie. Rosie was basically charged with designing this room. Carter was allowed to design the kitchen, which you can see from the blue colouring that he has used. It's very aquas and blues and things like that. So that's the kitchen. Like I say, these rooms aren't exactly what I would want. I've still got things to buy for them, but I do think they're okay for the fact that we're just starting out. We're on week 6, so I've been playing this for 7 weeks, coming up to 7 actually, because we're day 7. But I do like the kitchen. I think it's turned out quite nice, and it reflects his favourite colour. This is the master bedroom, and this is Rosie and Carter's bedroom. They are actually sharing a bed again, so I think they're slowly working the relationship back up. Where is the household? Yeah, so they're slowly building things back up, and they are ex-husband and wife, but they are, you know, they are getting there. So this is their master bedroom, very neutral sort of colour palettes with your yellows and things like that, and some pictures up in the wall. Some of you might find these a bit sort of risky, if you like, but I think they're really cute. I really like them, so I wanted to put them up. And over here she has her little seating area with, you know, her Carter's hair products and her perfumes, and then 2 of the babies. So you've got Megan and you've got Lucy. Just on the fact of the baby, so Megan is easily impressed and loves the heat, and she's a Gemini, and Lucy, who Rosie is holding, is genius, and she's brave, and she's a Scorpio. Why they don't have the same star sign when they were born on the same day, I don't know. In the hallway we've just got a chair and a plant, nothing too exciting going on in that hallway. And also we have the painting easel, because little Miss Thing here has quite a few skills. Just to go over Rosie's skills, she's level 7 artisan, level 6 cooking, 4 for handiness, 1 for logic, and level 8 for painting. I want her to paint everyone. I want her to do a portrait of everyone for us to keep them before we move anyone out of the house. So over here we've got another sort of seating area, which is just like a reading area, you know, before you kind of head up the stairs. And I've got a corner sort of sofa thing. It actually is 2 sofas, but I put them together. If I show you what I mean with, oh no, I'm not going to really put them back together again. Isn't that always the way? Here we go. Because with move objects on, you can put them and slot them in together. So yeah. And another rug, and then the corner staircase. So super duper cute little area just to sit in. Now this is one of the boys' rooms, and as you can see, it's kind of space agey, using some of the Into the Future stuff. And in here, I may as well talk to you while we're in here. In here is our Alan Tillman. Now I've called him Alan. How much does he look like his daddy? He is his daddy's spitting freaking image. And Alan is a virtuoso. He's got commitment issues, he's artistic, and he's a computer whiz. Now, he has got commitment issues, but it's ironic that he's the only one with an actual girlfriend. The rest have got love interest, but he has got a girlfriend, and it is Selena Westfall Adamson, and she is super duper cute. She's really a nice girl as well, and they got together at the prom. It was just adorable, and he was prom king as well. So he's my little computer whiz cool kid. I love him. This is his bed, and this is their prom picture. So to prom, Selena wore shorts and that sort of t-shirt thing. So I thought their prom picture was quite cute, and he's you know, prom king. So he is also likes kind of sporty things as well, so he supports that football team, so he's decorated his room like that. And the other 2 boys sleep in here. Michael and I believe it's Jonathan sleep in here as well. Bathroom's nothing special, guys. It's just your 2 all-in-one bathrooms, which really isn't enough for all these guys. Coming up the stairs then, you have a landing, and on the landing we've got a pool table for them to kind of chill out in. And over here is Faith and Caitlin's room, and they are into dancing, so they've got the dance board here where they can come and they can do their dancing. There's not much to their room apart from this big dance floor and the dance bar, just so that they can practice, you know, their ballet and things like that. I don't think there's much on the walls apart from, you know, just your sort of generalised posters, and that's a place you can put your iPhone in. And yep, and that's their 2 beds, and through their room is another bathroom with 2 all-in-one bathrooms, which is an absolute mess right now. Coming over here is my favourite room in the house, and it's Millie's room. Now Millie is our next, she's basically our next, you know, legacy, so I've kind of been a bit more kind to her than anyone else, but I love her, and she's over in the boys' room just now, just, you know, chilling out playing a game, but we can get into her in a minute. So her room then, her room is so girly, just so girly and cute, and she's got some cushions at the bottom of her bed. I'm using the one with nature set in her room. You know, as you can see, it all matches. And then she's got this cute little swing chair, although it doesn't actually swing, but, you know, she can sit in it and swing if she likes. And that's from the Bohemian Garden set from the Sims 3 store that's just out. Over here, I've got one of the, you know, dressmakers busts, and that's from the Prism Art Studio set, and I absolutely love it. And our Millie was prom queen, my sweetheart, and that is her prom picture, and that's her prom crown. And she at the moment has a couple of options for romance. She's got this guy here which she really likes, and that's Kirby, but he has a girlfriend, so it's a bit awkward. Or there's George, who has no girlfriend, so he's more of a safe option, but I think she really does kind of like Kirby, so it's a bit of an awkward situation. But I think he maybe aged up. I think he has. So, she's in love with an older man. What can I say? And over here she has her desk with her makeup and things like that. So she's got a really super cute girly room, and she's also got a video camera here for herself because she does quite like to do it and use it as well. So it's quite cute. And here she is here. I'm going to take you, if you can just go over here, my darling. Just so we can get a proper look at you, that would be great. And the kids are all chilling in the upstairs bedroom together, which is quite cool. So she's going to stop right in the corner. That's really... There we go. And there she's there. And she's got a really kind of cool, funky style. She's not your typical girly girl, but she's a fashionista. She likes her fashion. She likes to look cute. And she's got some red flashes in the bottom of her hair. And that's her there, and she's going to be the person to take over. She's Generation 2 basically, and I love her to bits. She loves to swim, she's a couch potato, she's a great kisser and a heavy sleeper. Skills, she's 3 for charisma, 1 for fishing, 1 for gardening, 1 for logic, 2 for art, 1 for social networking, and 2 for scuba diving. So she's got a bit of a mix going on there, and she doesn't have a lifetime wish yet. She's not quite decided on what she wants. Then up here again there's a corner sofa so they can sit and chill out while they're playing pool. And then this is the other boys' room up here, and it's very football, sporty orientated, definitely. Now who have we got up here? So we've got Chris up here. So Chris, I called him Chris because of my Chris. I tend to go with names when I'm naming Sims, you know, and off-camera LPs. It tends to be Sims that are, you know, people in my life and whatnot, which is why we've got an Alan and a Jonathan, because that's my brother's names, as we all know. So Chris is excitable, he's irresistible, he's a heavy sleeper, and he is lucky. He loves the colour blue like his dad, grilled salmon and Egyptian music. Skills wise, he's got 2 for cooking, 1 fishing, 1 gardening and 2 for logic. And relationship wise, he is kind of auditioning 2 girls at the moment. Again, he's kind of like Millie. There's a safe option who has nobody, and then there's the one that he kind of likes a bit more than the others but who has someone. So Claire, Nava or Rose Westfall Adamson is the 2 girls on his hit list. He does kind of like Selena as well, however Selena is with Alan, so that is a no-go for him. So, you know, bros before hoes and all that for him. And who else do we have in here? We have a Michael. Michael is such a cutie pie as well when he's not making that face. He's brave, he's a supernatural fan, he's athletic, and he is a lucky boy. And skills wise, he's just got his 2 athletic. He's not got much kinda going on at the moment, but they're all handsome boys. I think they all look like their dad, pretty much, the boys. Definitely, without a doubt. Now, as we said, Faith, little Faith and little Caitlin were born Not from Carter, but they are the same bloodline, so you know, what can we say? And Little Faith is a couch potato. She's adventurous and she's good. And our favourite colour is seafoam, hot dogs and country music. She doesn't have any skills yet, my wee sweetheart, but she will do, as she does love the dance bar. Okay, where is Caitlin? Where are you, Caitlin? You're coming up the stairs. Well, why don't you come here so we can introduce you to these fine people? Caitlin. Caitlin, come on. Thank you. Thank you. Now, Caitlin is my little tomboy. Caitlin, absolutely, she's a little tomboy at heart, but she freaking loves to dance, and she's mastered the dance. So, she's kind of like the tomboy that doesn't want to be a tomboy, if that makes sense, but she's not into girly things apart from dancing. And her personality: brave, loves outdoors and athletic, yellow, crepes and classical music. And I just love the two of these. The two of these have got a really good relationship with each other as well. They spend a lot of time together, best friends. And the great thing is, and what I think is brilliant, is that Carter has completely accepted them. You know, so although technically they are his niece, you know, his nieces, if you like, he loves them just the same. He makes no difference between them and the other kids, which I just love, and I think is really good that he doesn't make any difference with them. So that is the family. And out the back here, just to give you another quick tour, I do have the gazebo from the Bohemian Garden set and a couple of the chairs as well. Nothing too major. And then over here, this is a huge lot, but over here we have, you know, sort of the, I guess, the family fun sort of area. So we've got the basketball hoops, we've got the football, you know, the football net and things like that, and then just a place to kind of chill out, you know, watch them play football or basketball, and then a little picnic table if they want to bring a picnic. Down here we have a greenhouse. I told you this lot is enormous, and I put it down here just because I wanted it away from the house, and it's got all of the new sort of harvestables, the raspberries and the strawberries and things that you get from the new, oh my goodness, it looks like Kent has had another baby. Kent is a complete dog. He's had babies with a lot of people. So yeah, so that is our little greenhouse, and it's cute, and you can go onto the beach, but they never do. So when I try to send them down here, they always end up taking a taxi, which is ridiculous, but you know, that's the Sims logic for you. So I would love at some point to extend the house and maybe put like a pool. I would love to put a pool here. Wee Albert had this canopy thing over a pool, and it just looked so good. So I feel as if I've kind of been a bit all over the place in this video, but it is purely because there's so many of them. So many of them and so much to tell, but I love this family, I really do. Rosie has completed her lifetime wishes surrounded by family. She is unemployed at the moment. When she started off, she was a stylist, but we just couldn't keep up with all the kids and stuff, so I think she's done. I think we're done with her. 9 kids is enough, I think. She still has quite a long time to see ages up as well, which is quite funny, but I think at 9 kids we will stop there. And Carter's career, he is a league MVP, so he's level 8 in the sports career, so he's doing really well. So he only needs one more level to complete his lifetime wish, and I'm going to get Miss Rosie back into the stylist career, which is what she began in and kind of put on hold to have the kids, but she wants to go back to work ASAP. So I hope that you enjoyed this. No. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I've enjoyed playing with this family, and you will get an update on them to see how this legacy is going on. And I know a lot of you like the family tree, so there you go. That's her and her 9 kids, and as you can see with him, but when you get to him, it's him. And Kent is now with Nadia, and that's his 3 kids, but they've just had a baby, so why did it say, oh, she may be just pregnant, right? Okay. And look, he had her with Yvonne, who's now going out with somebody called Jonathan. So it's a tangled web we weave. It is a tangled web that we weave. So anyway guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you've not seen the Create a Sim of Rosie, then I will link it below. Go and check it out, and I'm also going to be putting her on the exchange, so you can certainly download her if you wish. So I'll talk to you in the next part guys. Bye.